Well, hello out there. How's everybody doing? It's been a while, huh? We missed last week because well, we had technical difficulties and we just completely redid the studio and tore it all apart and put it all back together, new computer and all this stuff. So I hope everything is copacetic. Is that the right word? Every everything works good and all that stuff, but we're soon going to find out. So Wes has been busy. He's a busy, busy boy. And is your camera working or is it still out?
It works.
Oh,
Hey
there he
everybody,
is.
how's it going?
There you go.
Good to see you.
Okay, so yeah, thanks for joining us. You know, I really appreciate it. It's so much fun, and be sure to ask your questions. Hey, look, and here's what we're going to be talking about today. We're going to be talking about a 1959 Guild X-50. I got it right here, and I'm going to be showing that. I've got a chop builder exercise that is coming up that I think will be very, very good for you if you're not already doing it. And Also, look at all these graphics. Whoa,
Well,
what?
tell them that they can download the stuff from the PDF. So to see the graphics, you should say the stuff that's in the graphics for your lessons.
Get prepared. Download PDF lesson music. Links in the description. Yeah, download those. I've got pages from a book. We're going to do that little segment. Also got a jazz lick, and so it's jam-packed day. So this jazz lick is a great little lick that'll work over B minor or E9 or whatever, and it's kind of a Lydian thing. Chop builder exercises. This is really good for you, and I recommend you do this a lot. Okay, so that's what's coming up.
Awesome. So let's see. This is hard back here. I have a new setup back here, and it's really confusing. Let me tell you guys. So yeah, weekly show reminder. We are live every single Thursday, or we're trying to be. And yeah, if you don't already subscribe, please subscribe to the show. We would be very appreciative of that. Yeah, and ask your questions in the chat, and we will answer them. And also hit the like button for us, and that would be great.
You will not laugh. You will not cry. You will learn by the numbers. I will teach you. Sound off like you got a pair. Sir, yes, sir. Here you are all equally worthless.
All right, let's see who's here today. Don Spain's in rainy Kansas. How's it going, Don? Rob Ketterer in Wisconsin. Renee Sommer. How's it going? He's over in the Netherlands. How's it going, Renee?
Cool.
Jabelin, Jellybean, Francois over in Quebec.
Francois, how's it going,
man? Gordon in the UK, Damp Birmingham. How's it going? Butch Bulls up in Stretch Island, Washington. How's it going, Butch? And Mike in Dallas says, looking forward to the show. I have a nice 97 X-150. I will try your strings on it to improve this sound. They probably will make a difference, I would assume. And let's see, Jeffrey Boyle's here, Big Steve in Olympia, Washington, Jim Rolfe down in Moore Park. How's it going, Jim? Jeff Himes in Nashville. How's it going, Jeff? Rodney T in San Diego. Daryl Miller. Hey, Rich. Daryl Miller from New Jersey. Got my 775.
Yeah.
Very happy. Have it back in my collection.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you so much, Rich.
Great. Stephen McGrath says the sound is breaking up. Perfect. Just what we wanted to hear. And then Kirby. How's it going, Kirby? Silvio.
Kirby
is I'm guessing is in France somewhere. Brian F. In the UK. How's it going, Brian? And then Denny Giosa's here. Hey, Denny.
Danny.
Good to see you, man.
Danny's a wonderful smooth jazz artist. If you haven't heard any of his music, go on to Spotify. Make sure you download it, so Denny can get a 0.1 penny. But anyway, thanks for joining us, Danny. Okay, so let's see. We had roll call there. Let's take a look at the library, because we've got something new on the library, and that is a solo for Tangerine. Let's see. You able to find that one?
Yeah, I'm working on it. Keep talking.
Okay. So the solo is a simple solo, and it's taking minor chords and turning them into diminished, so it makes the 5 chord sound like a dominant 7 flat 9. So here's the solo. Maybe should be 2 minutes in, I believe. 2/5 of F. Well, enough of that. Tell you what, let's get in and let me play you the solo. Okay, first we have our intro, which was F to this F sharp. It's going to break up a little because we got a recorded footage. Here it comes the 1, 2 solo. There you go. Then it's just repeating. Okay, so there is the solo. And again, it's available at the Guitar College Library. And so last time I uploaded a chord melody for Tangerine, and then now we have this little solo. It's good for you to learn these types of things. That particular solo obviously uses a repetitive rhythm motif or rhythm filter, whatever you want to call it. And so it's good for you. Okay, and it's not hard. Okay, and it sounds good. Easy to dance to. I'll give it an 86. Now, if anybody knows what that means, then you're my age. Gee, Dick, it was a great song. I'll give it an 86. Easy to dance to. Okay. So what's new? I'll tell you what's new. Last week, we went to the Siren, which is a nightclub in Morro Bay, me and Pat Kelly and my neighbor, and a couple other friends to see Albert Lee. Albert Lee, yeah. So he's playing there with a, four-piece band. Let's see, guitar, drums, bass, and keyboard. Guitar, drums, bass, and keyboard. And it was really, really nice. It's a small venue. And yowza. Anyway, here's him doing a little picking.
Talk like a banter. See the fire.
Okay. Yeah, he's all over the YouTube. You can check out some of his solos, but that was recorded on my phone. And that was, I think, his tune called Country Boy, which I think it was Ricky Skaggs had a hit on that. So Albert, I believe, is approaching 80, or if not already 80. But what a picker, man. So it was pretty cool. And I noticed when he's playing, I mean, this hand is hardly moving. And, this hand is moving all over the place, which is cool. But he has a wonderful technique. And I guess he's using fingers as well. Kind of a hybrid picking. I'm not really sure. His technique will it kind of is. It's so hard to tell what he's doing because it's so smooth. So anyway, it was a wonderful venue to see him, and we're. I don't know if you hear that. Our air conditioner is taking a dump. It's when it rains, it pours, huh? Which, by the way, I guess it's raining in Southern California. We're waiting for it to get here. So, what else is coming up is Gail and I are gonna go see Ringo with my brother Chris and his wife we're going to go up to Murphy's, which is Murphy's is up in the Sierras, and it's a mountain town, but it's kind of wine country up there, which is always good for us. We like wine. The audio for the music and the guitar stuff is breaking up, but the voice is fine. Oh, jeez. It doesn't, it's weird. It doesn't sound like it here. Anyway, anyway, we're going to go see Ringo. Now that's a pretty small venue. You know what I mean? It's not like the Hollywood Bowl or something, you know. So it got me thinking, you know. And then when I saw Ringo the last time, which was probably 10 years ago, I thought it was one of the best concerts I ever saw. Every tune was a hit, you know, not only his tunes, but at the time it was Frankenstein, Edgar Winter, and I think it was Colin Hayes, and Gary Wright, you know, Dreamweaver. Every tune was a big record, man. And so it's like, wow. And then Ringo, I loved it because the guy for Pick Up the Pieces was in the band. And I'm sorry, I forget his name. But I'm like watching Ringo play Pick Up the Pieces, and I'm like, wow, what a trip. Ringo has got a definite different style. I just love the way he plays. It's got a little flair of swing in it. It's crazy, and it's and by the way, Albert Lee's group, they did a couple of tunes, old 50s tune, and they had that element of swing in there too, and it was like, wow, that is so cool. Hard to describe, kind of, and sometimes it's even hard to even recognize it, but you listen closely and you think, wow, they're kind of swinging there too. So anyway, then we get a message. Paul McCartney is going to launch his tour, and he's going to be at the Santa Barbara Bowl. Santa Barbara Bowl is 4,500 people. And the last time we saw Paul McCartney, it was in stadium in San Jose, the big hockey stadium, or I think it's a hockey stadium. I don't know. Some big stadium there, you know, and Paul's about this big. And then, of course, you watch the monitors, you know, the whole time. Might as well watch it on TV. But then, so this venue, I think, is going to be much different. 4,500 people, not that many people. The Santa Barbara Bowl, from what I hear, small venue. So you have to get in a lottery to buy a ticket. So we're in the lottery, and so far you haven't heard that we get to buy a ticket. But anyway, so we'll see what's going to happen with that. If it happens, I'll tell you all about it. Okay, what's up, Wes? Shall we do the guitars in and out? Yeah. Okay. Before I grab this other guitar, I want to talk about what we got in here. So this guitar I've had for a while now. I don't know why people don't snatch this thing up. It's an A150 solid spruce top. I think it sounds fantastic, plays just great. And so it's a 17-inch, great little guitar, priced decent. I mean, what I think we have $1,200 on that thing. Isn't that a pretty sound? got a nice throaty sound in the low end. Woohoo! So it's got a really punchy mid-range tone. Remember, we're going just direct through the mixer here. So this is the A150. Now, what left? Well, let me tell you what left. That's 775. I remember a couple of weeks ago, I think I showed it. Somebody called, actually, he's on our live stream, Daryl. He mentioned that he got it. And he had one in his collection a long time ago and regretted selling it. And I know the feeling. Then he ended up chasing him. And then, but he got another one. And Daryl, am I right in saying that's one of the nicest ones you've ever seen for a guitar that's 30 years old, almost 30 years old? That thing is beautiful. Played great. So sounded good, but well, you can't keep them all, can you? I can't. I got to move them. I got to get them in, and they're like puppies. You love them after a while. You get attached to them, and it's like, wait a minute, we got too many puppies here. They're all over the service porch, so we got to get rid of them. So anyway, 775, adios. And what else left? That left. The Heritage Trans Brown. Remember that guitar? And it went to one of my students, a longtime student, wonderful guy, good player and a good writer too, Mike Murray. And he sent me some of his recordings, and I thought, shit, man, you're really good. Anyway, Mike picked that up. He called me about an Eastman, and believe it, I like Eastmans. There's no doubt about it. But I had to say, Mike, you might as well buy once and cry once. And you're too good. You'll love this guitar. And he does love that guitar. Now, I just sent out another guitar. And Gail, what was it? I forget what it was now. Jeez. Sorry, dead air. I'm like, what? No, I can't remember which one it was. It was that vintage guitar. Do you remember, Wes?
Nope.
God dang it. The mind is a terrible thing. I don't think it even got on the website. So, which one was that?
I don't know. Let's just move on.
Okay, moving on. All right, let's talk about what we got coming in, though. Okay, so our guitar feature is on this X-50, and I'm going to show it in a second. But we've got coming in well, I've got it in. I'm going to work on it a little bit. X500 Guild. The Guilds, they're, yes, the Gibsons climb and climb and climb in price. The Guilds, kind of keep an even keel, and they're a fantastic guitar, So I have one of those coming in. I have an L4 coming in from the 50s. And that particular guitar is it's got a pickup like, what kind of pickup did it have? Oh, it doesn't have a pickup. That's right. God damn. So I've got a Johnny Smith rig all set to go onto that guitar. It's a Lawyer Johnny Smith, brand new pickguard. I need to do some work to that guitar. I want to depending on the neck, I think I might want to sand down the neck. And I just sanded down. And I know Gail, my son, say, you ain't got time for this. But you know what? It's like something I like to do. It's like, well, geez, I like to do it. Some guys play golf.
Well, no one's telling you that you shouldn't be doing that. We're all telling you you should make a decision on what you like to do and then do it. So if you like doing that, then do it.
I'm just dang right. I'm gonna.
And then don't pretend to like all the other stuff. Just be like, this is what I like. I don't want to do the other stuff.
Well, I might change my mind all the time. You know, it's like playing golf 24 hours a day. Hey, yeah, that bugs me about the what because I kept it to because I was going to show it, and then we didn't have the live stream, and it's anyway. Okay, so and you know what? I still have this Eagle Classic right here, and I swear to God, we'll compare it next week to the X500. An Eagle Classic is the shit, man. Okay, and this right here, where'd it go? Right here. This is the 575. Wonderful guitars, man. Those are the workhorses. Okay, and so if you got any questions about any of the guitars, you just give me a call and we'll talk turkey. Gobble, gobble. Okay, so let's take a look. Let's do our guitar feature.
The entire first part of this theme is literally just the D flat Lydian scale.
Okay. All right, here it is. Now, this belongs to a friend of mine. I had this guitar once before, and I had it worked on by a luthier, that guy that's really good. All of the binding was toast when I got this guitar. It was just really bad. Now, what he did is he put maple binding on it. So the binding is on there really nice and solid. The guitar is, you know, these guitars are really funny. I've had them with, this is 25.5-inch scale length. I've had them, what is that? Oh, that's a piece of tape. I've had them with 24 3/4 scale length, and I've had them with 23.5. And I'm always looking for that 23.5 one. But this one has got a beautiful neck on it. Nice dimensions. Now this is a 1959. It's all, other than the binding, everything is original here. These knobs. If you take a look at this one up here, look at the knobs on this. They call this one the stove top knobs. It looks like a stove, you know, turn it. And this is a 55. This is the one I've had for a while now. I don't know if I saw it or not. This guitar is far heavier than this one. So they stopped making them so dang heavy. This one up here is 24 3/4 inch scale length. So these were considered student guitars. And when they're a student guitar, you know, they mass produced them. They've got a wonderful guitar here. They're comparable to the Gibson 125. These are a little cheaper though. This is going to run about 13, maybe, you know, whatever. Just call me up. Now, the frets are, it's had a fret level, which is fine. It's got a nice tone. You know, it's a lower fret, which I'm not a big fan of, but I can live with it. You know, Ted Green had one of these, and I went to a store many, many years ago, right after he passed away. And Dan, California Vintage Guitars, was saying I got this from Ted, and it was hanging on the wall, and I totally drawn to these things as Ted was too. And is this on, Wes? And so I traded him an amplifier for it, and then I ended up I did a. Oh, this is before he passed away. Excuse me, and because I was going to do a video, we had our video magazine, and I was going to feature that guitar on it because Ted. I was sending those to Ted, and he really liked those magazine things. But the frets were really low, and I remember Mitch Holder saying, "Man, I heard that. It sounds like a lute. It was very mellow." So there's a give and take with fret height. You know, if you pick up a little more of the fretboard, it kind of calms down the sound a little bit, makes it a little more. Isn't that a pretty sound? You still got to know where to put your fingers.
It's a lot less output for sure.
Is it? Okay. Yeah, so these are the Franz pickups. They're like a P90, but they have their own sound. They're wound differently. And, oh, that's right. I sent out the 49 and a 52 Gibson 175 this week. No, that's right. Sorry to break that up. Let's, anyway, this guitar, it's got a beautiful neck. I like this particular one. I have three right now. I have this X-50 with the two pickups, and it's been refretted, modern pickups, all new electronics. I have this one, the 55. This one is a 60, and this particular neck is I like it a little better than the 55. It's a little thinner, little easier to navigate. So you get a longer string length, right, with a 25.5-inch scale. So therefore, I would think you get a nicer sound. I could be wrong, but I think it's got just a little more sound to it. So if ever you get a chance to play one of these, by all means do it. And remember, I work on this. These tuners, it's a love-hate thing. These things were like really hard to turn. Took it all apart, lubricated it, lubricated the holes. I mean, there's nothing there to really do, but they were gummed up. And so they're better now. They're not perfect. And, so someday anybody who purchases this, I would say maybe you ought to replace those, or at least maybe work on them a little more. But yeah, they. Yeah, I think we are overloading a little. Okay, so there it is. I'm going to play a little tune. I'm going to play Blue Bossa. Let's play Blue Bossa so you can hear this guitar in action. Are you ready?
Yeah. Hold on real quick. Because the tracks aren't coming through the thing for some reason.
You're not coming through.
Hit play on your thing. Okay, there it is. Alright, start it again. Here we go.
Yeah, let me adjust the level here. There you have it. Let's show you. Are we? Do you have the original sound button turned on?
Yeah, I'm working on it, guys. We've got a whole new computer back here, all new settings. I'm trying my best, guys. So
All right. Anyway, so let's.
you might want to play that thing acoustically so they can hear it, and then talk about what strings are on it. Maybe, yeah.
All
I
right.
don't
You have
know.
that overhead. I'm gonna turn that overhead on. Anyway, there it is acoustically. These are, of course, my strings, which are the Diodario lights or extra lights. They're a flat wound string. It's 20. It comes with a 10 and a 13. I replaced the 10 with a 13. No, it comes with a 10 and a 14. I replaced the 14 with a 15. So it's 13, 15, 20, 28, 38, 48. Hike. And there you go. So anyway, that concludes.
Danielle has a question. Is the white color for the P90 traditional on that model? Recently saw a Campoloni for sale with a white P90 and thought the white looked a little odd.
Yes, this is the original pickup. This is how they made them. They were white. I don't know why. Why not? Just makes it stand out. So this way you can always look down and say, hey, where's my pickup? And there it is right there. So. Okay, well, I don't know what's going on with the audio, but it sure sounds good in here, doesn't it? I don't know, it's crazy. And we're not overloading the, doesn't look like we're overloading the feed. Okay, well, let's, do we have any other questions of any sort? I guess everybody's just kind of talking about the sound. Sound was clean with the solo guitar, but not with the backing tracks. Maybe we're overloading or something with that.
We probably should have done an audio test before we jumped in here. That's probably what we should have done.
We should have.
Took some time to actually make sure everything was working right before we just jumped in here. But hey, gotta get the show on the road, right?
That's right. Okay, so let's move on. Let's conclude our guitar feature.
Entire first part of this theme is literally just the D flat Lydian scale.
All right, if you guys have any questions or comments, please put them in the chat, and we'll answer them for you. And then also hit the like button, please, if you can. That'd be great. And he's gonna hopefully grab a new guitar here in a moment, and we'll do a lesson. Yeah, but
they might want to get that PDF.
Yeah, there's PDFs in the.
Excuse me, there is no PDF for this.
All right. Well, there's PDFs for other stuff in the description of this video. So scroll down into the description of the video and download those so you have them. So you're ready for the lessons. Because there's going to be a few pages coming up that you're going to want to have this for. So there you go, in the link, in the description.
There you have it. Don't sand that neck. No, I'm not going to sand. What neck? Yeah. It depends. You know, I've done that on a few guitars of mine where the neck was all chewed up or it was so damn sticky. And I did that with a Chet Atkins, and it was so much better. Just sand this. I sanded it off. You know, I got so mad at that guitar. You know, you go play somewhere in the go to play somewhere and you're you're a little nervous, you start sweating and it's humid and the guitar is so sticky it drives you nuts. So I took that thing home and I sanded it completely off and oiled the neck, and I thought, this thing is bitching now. So, you know. All right, we're going to do a lesson here.
I don't know. There's a PDF that you put a link on here for this lesson coming up. If you're doing this chops builder thing, then there was some PDF for it.
I don't think it's there. Well, maybe it is. Okay, I take that back. Yeah, I think maybe there is one. Can you see it?
Chops builders, single note technique lessons.
Yeah, is it this?
Oh, yeah, it is.
So there you go. Go download this PDF, and you can follow along.
Yeah. All right, before we get into the PDF, I just kind of want to talk about shifting positions. You know, I read Howard Roberts said, you know, playing guitar, it's like you're a broad jumper. You want to be able to switch positions super fast. And one of the ways to do it is to play chromatic scales. Now, if we just play from here to here, Okay, we're going to play chromatic scale. And I want to keep, once I play a note, kind of keep my fingers down. And now I'm going to shift. So that is a shift. And then we're going to shift again. And at the very end, we're going to slide into the last note. So it's going to look like this. Now going back down, we're going to play only 4 notes. We're not going to start with 5. We're going to play 4. And then I'm going to shift. Shift again. And slide into my last note. When we do that, if you want to think about a key, we're going to start in the root, 3rd, and the sharp 5th. When we go down, we're going to root, sharp 5th, C sharp, A, the 3rd, and slide into the last note. Now you should do that on every string. Make it sound like you got 12 fingers. All right, now when we play across the neck, we have to do a position shift, right? And we probably all know how to do this. When you play chromatic scales, keep it even. Only 4 notes. Don't start with 5. So you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. But as we cross strings, we have to shift our position down. Right? We stay on the same position when we cross strings because of the B string exception, and slide it into the last note. Now, when we're coming back down, we do the opposite. We're not going to start with 5. You're going to do 4. So there's our the root. Here's the sharp 5th. Now you're going to stay the same between these 2 strings, but now you're shifting up. So a chromatic scale, 2 octaves. And back down. Okay, now that's a 2-octave chromatic scale. Now what is on the PDF is a 3-octave chromatic scale. And a 3-octave chromatic scale, we have to do 3 position shifts like we did on the first string. In other words, if I'm going to play from F to here, this F, okay, I'm going to play first 4 notes. Now I'm going to do a position shift. Now, as I cross strings, I have to move down a fret. Now let's do another position shift here. Move down as I cross strings. Stay the same between the F string. All right, so Again, I slide into my last note. So do a shift, cross string, do a shift, cross strings, cross strings, cross strings, do a shift. Now you end up having three shifts. Now we could do it 2 on the first string if we wanted to. It doesn't matter where you do it. Okay. Now coming back down, it's the same thing. Maybe start with the position shift. Move up as we cross strings. Stay the same between these two. Move up. Shift. Move up. Move up. Shift. Slide into the last note. Okay, so that's how that works. Now, for those who are overachievers, you want to play it around the cycle of force. So, let's say that was F. Now B flat, let's say I start here. I might have to do more position shifts. E flat. A flat. Remember that if you target the third, the root, third, and sharp fifth, you'll be okay. D flat. Okay, that ability to jump without breaking time is really important. So, you know, when you watch, excuse me, people play, you know, they're jumping all over the neck, like leapfrog. So that's what you want to do, because you want to get that movement, that fluid movement, have seamless position shifts. It helps your finger independence. If you play it around the cycle of force, you'll start hearing, you know, the tonality of the key. And also, it's going to enhance this hand. So you're going to get a lot of benefits from that. So download that PDF, and, well, there you have it. That concludes our Chop Builders segment.
Chops Builders, single note technique lessons.
That poor guy. Boy, I don't miss chopping wood or splitting wood, I'll tell you that. Okay, I'm going to play a little blues here. This is Opera, the Charlie Parker tune. And this is on the Heritage 575 natural finish. This is a beautiful guitar. All right, here we go, guys. Well, there it is. So, yeah, that's the 575. Now that thing sounds good. Say yes. Yes. Yes, it does. Yes. All right, you want a guitar you're going to keep forever? You call me up about it. Well, what do you think? Let's take a little break. So I want to explain something here. I want to play a tune for you. This is a song that I recorded back when I was into writing tunes, and it was like a country thing, a country band. And on the song, I was with the Dick Clark group at the time, and I was able to get Bobby Nunn, everybody was picking, to sing on this. So you're going to hear Bobby on this. What a nice guy he was. It's a crazy guy. And Jim Rolfe, if you're still there, you remember this. We'll talk about the tune afterwards. But a guy had called me up that I was working with, his name was Tom. He went on to do a lot of movie stuff. And he was like a musical director for Eddie Rabbit and stuff like that, But anyway, he said, let's write a song. I want to write a song, a funny song or whatever. So I kind of wrote the song, and we did a demo on it. And the demo was kind of really up, 2-beat. And it's like, it sucks. And I sang it, and he didn't like that either. And he got this singer to sing it, and it wasn't right. It wasn't what the song should have been. So a few years later, I decided to do this myself, and it's called Big Bottom Betty. So we're going to take a little break. Hope you enjoy it. It's kind of funny, maybe. And by the way, the guy whose idea this was tried to get a TV, treatment, had a treatment and everything, and got a graphic artist to make up this cartoon character and everything. And anyway, it's one of those things where a lot of work went into it and not a lot of stuff happened because of it. Although it is fun and there's some great playing on it. So, let's take a short little pause, and I hope you enjoy this.
Left my home in Oklahoma City, guitar in my Chevrolet. Headed down on 66, gonna turn their heads in LA. 20 hours of open road, I knew I'd be getting there. So I found a place called Old Big Jake's to have myself a beer. Hey, Big Jake, set 'em up, and would you gas up that car? Hey, by the way, who's that woman burning up that electric guitar? That's my daughter.
Wes, is this mic working?
No.
Okay. Is it me or you?
Well, your mic's on. My mic's on.
Test.
Okay, there. Just did something.
Okay, there. Okay, sorry. Okay, there it was. The Ballad of Big Bottom Betty. By the way, that phrase was long before Spinal Tap. Big Bottom, they got him, or something like that it was. But yeah, Jim Rolfe was there at the mixdown. Remember that, Jimmy? When Bobby Nunn came in and sang that part. and at the end of the tune, he goes, "Oh, come on, Betty, give me back my keys." And I'm like, "Where'd that come from, Bobby? What are you talking about?" And I said, "No, Bobby, just kind of riff it with the thing, you know." And then after it's all said and done, I thought, why didn't I leave that in? That was so funny. So anyway, thanks for indulging me in that. It's kind of a fun song of my good buddy Rich, his son, just loves this song. Have you ever, he's heard it ever since he's a little boy. And so anyway, Big Bottom Betty. Well, there you have it. Thank you for letting us indulge in a break. And what do we got? A roll call, Wes, coming up?
Yeah.
Okay. Gordon says, great exercise. And Gail says the sound is good. That's
You will not laugh. You will not cry. You will learn by the numbers. I will teach you. Sound off like you got a pair. Sir, yes, sir. Here you are all equally worthless.
And that is the fact. Here you guys are all equally worthless. Leo Brackle is here from North Dakota. How's it going, Leo? Leo comes to the Jazz Fest.
Yeah,
all
Leo,
the way
thank you.
from North Dakota. Good escape when it's freezing out there.
Yeah.
Anyway, a few other people here. Adrian, how's it going, Adrian? Good to see you.
Adrian, yeah.
And then Dane Nobody popped in, and Tom Colhane, what's up, Tom? Tobias is here. A few other people popping in. Louie Nordrum.
Oh, yeah,
How's it going,
Lewis.
brother?
Hey,
Lewis, sorry.
Hope you're recovered.
And Don Spain.
Don
Thanks
Spain.
for the tip, buddy. Appreciate it.
Oh, yeah, and by the way, remember...
And then Rob's here, too. Hey, Rob.
Hi, Rob. Did you try to get on that Paul McCartney thing? Anyway, just wanted to mention, if you like, Wes does go through a lot of hassle for this thing. Please, if you're enjoying it, please send him a tip. He would really appreciate it.
And David Bronson. Hey, David. What's up, buddy? Good to see you.
David Bronson. Hey,
He's
Dave.
over in Utah.
Yeah, nice, Utah.
That's right. Will's here, too. Will Kwan. He says, Wes looking swole. That's right. That's right, buddy. Like that.
Sweet. Wow. So I wanted to we have a little gadget thing I want to show you. Remember we did the strap locks? By the way, these strap locks, I finally figured out how to use them. They work great. These little strap lock things, you put them on your thing, and they just go over the button. You pull up, it locks on. It's called Rock Lock, ROKLOK. And you press the button and get them off. Sweet, easy deal. It's nice. They're plastic. You can put them on your strap. Put the strap in the guitar case, and it's not going to damage the guitar. That's what I like. But I've got another gadget for you. And these were given to me many years ago by the guy who started Groove Tubes. And he's passed on now. but it's called a fat finger. Whoop, fat focus there. Doesn't want to focus. Oh. Anyway. Well, turn it on. There it is. Now this goes over your headstock, and then it's got a little felt pad there. You put it on your headstock, and it increases the mass of your headstock. Now, to show you, if you want to experiment with this concept, take your guitar and put it against the wall and strum, and tell me if you don't hear a difference. All right, so what you do is here's this guitar right here. All right, this is already has wonderful sustain. So this is the X-50 with the Lyre pickups. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this on the headstock. And when you do that, it increases, like I said, the mass of the headstock. And you do notice a difference. At least. And it does make the headstock heavier. There's no question about it. However, I used to use it all the time, and then I put it away and forgot all about it. And I was going through some things, and I thought, let's get that out. And it does increase the sustain of your guitar, and just makes the notes ring out just a hair more. It's kind of a weird concept. When I had a guitar built for me, I asked the builder, would you put in a piece of brass in the headstock? Just put it, mount it, get it in there, glue it in there just to increase the mass of that headstock. He said, no, I won't do that. Like, okay. So he didn't. I think it also helps to even out the guitar. So here it is with it. Here it is without it. I mean, the subtlety is, I don't think you even are going to be able to hear the difference. You can kind of feel it on your body a little bit. You can feel the difference. I like what Rob said. The wall never sounded better. But anyway, that is our gadget.
Well, it's better. You can carry that to a gig. It's better than carrying a wall to a gig,
Boy, isn't that the truth?
That's what Jim said.
This particular one, I don't.
Why don't you use that ever? I've never.
I forgot
dug
about
that
it.
thing out.
I forgot.
I've never
about it.
seen that thing around on any of your guitars.
This one's even bigger, and it's for a bass.
Now, is that Fat Finger brand? Because I can't find a website for it. All I can find is a Fender version of that.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, these things are 20 years old, 20, if not older, I don't know. On Reverb,
Oh, it's a Grooves tube is what it is.
Yeah.
Is a brand.
Yeah, groove tubes. Yeah. Yeah, that's our little gadget. And like I said, there's even a bigger one for bass, which I have both of those. And it's just a solid piece of brass. And it comes in gold or silver. But anyway. Ooh. Yeah, there they are. $15, huh?
This is a used one.
Oh.
They don't make it anymore.
Oh, they don't, huh?
No.
Pre-Fender. So Fender.
Maybe Fender bought the patent from them.
Maybe, yeah.
Because you can't. The only one you can find is really this guy right here.
Okay.
But it still says Fat Finger on it, so I bet you Fender bought the patent for this or something.
Yeah, what are those, $25 then?
$21.99.
Okay. Yeah, so, they must work, right? Otherwise, they wouldn't make them. Does that make sense?
Well, kinda. Because you want to know something funny? So I'm taking that recording class at Cuesta.
Right.
It's called Recording Arts, and it's like a 2-year certification program. And I was talking to the teacher about this piece of gear that a friend of mine who has a recording studio had given me, and it's like you put your mic in the center of it, and then it's like a shield, like a sound shield that goes around. You put the condenser mic here, and then it's like a half moon thing with foam in it.
Right.
Well, that would technically make your recordings worse, because now your voice is going to reflect off, even though there's foam on it, it's right there, so it's still going to reflect off that back into the mic. So you're better off not having anything in front of you, or at least several feet in front of you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so he was like, he's like, that piece of gear, that does not work, and it makes things worse, and that company sells thousands of them every year. So that does happen.
Does it? Isn't it also the purpose of it as keeping it so it doesn't bleed, so something doesn't bleed into the mic? Or
yeah, it does help with that for sure if you're recording in a live setting, but with other instruments. But
I did a vocal once that had that, and so that was the problem with my vocal.
Yeah.
Dang.
No, and it just, I don't know. He just said it's, it would be, it's the technically should go behind you, so then that would be the better thing, but then that doesn't really work. So
crazy.
But yeah, anyway, Will said that he used to keep one on his Strat all the time.
Oh, really? Wow. Hey, Will. On a Strat. I bet you that makes that Strat a better sounding instrument. Cool. What's up next, Wes? 17. We're on number. Where'd it go? We did the gadget. Oh, a lesson. Let's do a lesson. The lick of the week.
I know. I'll use the "May I help you" riff.
May I help you?
Yes, my good man.
That's funny. All right, this is lick number 16 from the library. I have several licks in there. Jazz lick number 16. And it's around an E7, E9, or it could be B minor 6. And it looks like this. We're going to start here with an A. And we're going to encase the third of E7. And we're going to go up. That is a G sharp minor 7 flat 5 arpeggio. And then we're going to come up here to the flat 5. So we have, this starts, make sure you download the PDF. We have on the upbeat of 4, you have That's the first part of it. And now we're going to go. So. And now we're going to go. So we're getting into like a sequence here. So, and then do a pull off. Slide, slide, pull off. And now we're going to take it one step further and go. End it with a blues lick on B minor. So we have now. It doesn't have to be 16th notes. I'm going to lay down a little something on the looper, maybe just a little bossa nova around E7. All right, let me do it now around just a B minor chord, so you can hear the difference. So you get the idea with that. First, we're outlining this G sharp minor 7 flat 5, and then we're going up to that sound. And there's our lick. So in a funk situation, the idea? So it's a sequential lick, right? The cell. Wes, can you go to my tablet? Or is that not plugged in? That's all right. That's all right. Don't worry about it. The cell right here is... and then right, that's it. So there is our lick of the week. Lick.
I know. I'll use the may I help you riff.
May I help you?
Yes, my good man.
And you know, and I got a bunch more of those licks too. So if you like that, head on over to the library and you'll find a lot more of those.
What type of looper are you using
Oh,
for Rob?
yeah, you know what? It's a TC Electronics. It's called called a Ditto. It's tiny. See if I can get it up here. Tiny little thing.
Yeah, put it in front of this one.
So yeah, you press it twice. Let's see, to erase it, I think. Oh, if I hold it down, it'll erase. And then you can, you press it once to record, then it'll play, and then you press it again, you can overdub on top of that. So you can overdub all you want. But I just, I've had several loopers over the years. And matter of fact, I've had the first Boomerang. He was one of our students who made that. And that was the first looper. And what an innovation. And if you really want to get a real good looper, get the new Boomerang. Man, that thing is amazing. So you can have all these different loops and everything and make them sync up together. I almost bought one of those. There was one on Reverb, and I thought, I ought to buy one of these. But it's, again, I get these gadgets and might use it a while. This is worked.
Or
okay.
get that gadget and not be able to figure it out at all. There's no way you'd be able to figure out that looper.
Oh yeah, come on, give me a break. Yeah, you know what I couldn't figure out though is the one that.
Because you had this looper up here that we just
sold. Yeah,
you never even took out of the box. So
that thing was really complicated. But yeah, these aren't as bad. But those Dittos, this little Ditto, what is that? Maybe $50, maybe something like that.
I don't know.
Yeah. So it sounds, it's a nice, clean looper. The old Boomerangs were a little dirty sounding, but they have been cleaned up now.
$83.
Oh, really? 83? Oh, 100.
I guess. Or the stereo looper.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, that serves me well for in here. So I don't keep any loops. I have bought a, the Jam Man, and then I, recorded loops, on a gig, and then thought, well, I'll go play this again, and then you got to write down what number you did this song, and it's that that didn't last very long. And then it broke, and then I fixed it. It's broke again, and I haven't gotten around to fixing it. So there you have it. So we did our jazz lick, and what's up, Wes? Wes, you got any news?
Nope.
No news. No news is good news. So I'd like to play a tune called Little Boat. Boo-doo-doo-doo, which it's just a great little tune, man. Again, it's on the website. We've used it. We've used it on our as a song in our camp. It's a great little tune. Goes like this. cool song. That's just a fun song. So the tune goes, it's in C. First, it starts off E minor, A7, D minor, G. So 3, 6, 2, 5 turnaround, but then it goes into the key of C, ba-dum, and then 2, 5 of E, then 2 B flat, 2, 5 of D, 2, 5, then A flat, 2, 5 is C. There's the tune. And so you're constantly switching keys, but that's jazz, man. That's what it is. So anyway, great little tune. All right, Wes, let's move on to pages from a book.
You cannot learn from books. Replace these pages with life lessons.
Yeah, that's it. Okay, so there's this book out, and we talked about it last week. This is my book. This is the one that Dale, the publisher, said, does it have to be this big? Jeez. And I said, well, what do I leave out, It's got a bunch of stuff in this book. It's got it's theory and technique. So that's what it is. But there's 25 daily exercises that build technique in the back of the book. And these are the first 2 exercises. And quite simply, it's just playing around the cycle of fourths, doing 1 octave ideas. And so I'll play it for you. It goes like this. So I started off in the key of C. And, you can use alternate picking, or economy picking. Key of F, B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, G flat, B, and you notice we're playing using different scale shapes. Is that right? Yeah. So that's a nice little easy exercise. Of course, I've been playing it for 50 years, so it's easy for me. Okay, so in this book, there's 25 of these daily exercises in the back of the book, and they get hard. Trust me, they get hard, but they're meant to be played daily. If you can do multiple of those, fine. If you can't, then just do 1 or 2. But this is similar to the morning workouts, except the morning workouts have tracks and it's a little more fun. But now let's take a look at exercise 2. Exercise 2 is a little different because we are playing, not starting on, ascending from the root. We're starting on the root, but we're moving down a sixth. So we're going down a 6, and then back to the root, and then up a third, and then taking us to the new key of C. And then now we're going up a 6th from the 3rd. And then it ends on G. All right, so let me play that in its entirety. Whoop. Actually, Wes, could you show the picking on this? Let's start it over. Right here, you notice how the picking is different? Yeah, so that is pages from a book.
Can they get this book? Gary's asking.
I think it's on Amazon. It's a, who owns it now? It's been sold so many times.
What's it called?
It's called Guitar Technique by Richard Severson. Look at that guitar there. That's my 62 175. And you notice the pickups? They're DiMarzio pickups. I hated the PD, not hated, but I didn't like the PAFs, the ones that they pay so much for on the guitar. I put these in. And then when I sold the guitar, he wanted the originals in there, of course, and I put them in, and I thought, oh, wait a minute, what was I thinking? This thing sounds pretty cool. So it's weird how your ears change. Yeah, there is the book right there.
Yep.
$15.
There you go, Gary. And Gary, I will also help you with your Mackie mixing board for sure. Yeah, so $15. We'll get you that.
Yeah, what a handsome guy. Oh yeah. All right. Yeah, so it's a good book, and it's, there was a clarinet book, and Gail can testify to this, that I drove her nuts with this clarinet book that had 25 daily exercises in it. And so back then they were like, it was all that kind of stuff. And you worked on your reading and your technique. Clarinet books work great for guitar. So if you can find clarinet books, that was called the Closet's clarinet. The original book was real skinny, just the 25 daily exercises. But then it comes out, it's part of this huge book. And anyway, so it's somewhat tailored like loosely off that book.
And it is on Amazon for $22. You can get it there. Rob got his on Amazon, and then Big Steve also has the book. So
Really?
yeah.
Yeah, one of you guys were talking about it, the one few days, because I couldn't remember how many pages were in that thing, but he had said how many pages were in that book.
You cannot learn from books. Replace these pages with life lessons.
Sure didn't.
Didn't like that. All right. Maybe
Well,
that means Sal has a question here. Sal Goey was wondering about vintage Hagstrom. Do you have a vintage Hagstrom Jimmy?
No.
I own a 62 Hagstrom 1 and 66 Hagstrom 3. These are still my gigging guitars. Nice.
You know, Hagstrom didn't make it big in the States. Yeah, I know they're big in, what were they made in Switzerland or Sweden? I think Sweden. They're a nice guitar, no doubt about it. But they just didn't make it over here. You know, they're hard to compete with Gibson and Guild, Epiphone. You know, it's just, but they're nice guitars, no question about it. I'm glad you got them. I've never had one. I've rarely played them. They reissued them for a while, and I don't know what happened to that brand. I thought they were pretty nice when I remember they were reissued. So anyway.
And then Butch was asking about the Central Coast Jazz Guitar Fest.
Butch!
Yeah, so we're gonna have tickets on sale for that very soon. We're working on it. Hopefully next week or the week after we'll have the site ready for ticket sales, but we are still working on it.
Yeah. Okay, well, I wanted to mention the guitar that left was that 1949 with a Charlie Christian pickup. Do you remember that guitar? That was one of those that I was going to keep until, we're in the rest home. And, but, yeah, whatever. So, anyways, well, somebody's got it, and it's a nice guitar, and bye-bye. I just didn't play it, so might as well give it to somebody that's going to play it. All right, so what is this Bill Nelson is talking about? I went back and watched the videos of that Katie guitar yesterday.
I don't know, that one that has that, you have that Guild that has that, it's all carved into the headstock with that Katie or something.
Oh yeah, that's this. See it, I don't know, it's carved in there.
Kate.
Yeah. She made her mark on this puppy, didn't she? Yeah. So anyway, yeah.
He said he can't afford it right now. Wish he could afford it right now. That thing speaks to me. Someone is going to love it.
Yeah. I usually take this guitar when I travel as a practice guitar, like when we go to like when we're going to go see Ringo, we're going to be gone a few days, and I'll bring, this. It's very comfortable to play. It's easy playing. I'm not worried about breaking it. It's built like a rock, and not worried about scratching it. So, not much room in the rest home for all your guitars. That's true, honey. All right, before we say goodbye, the Accelerator program is still going on. I've got a couple of students today. We're going to meet up, and the Accelerator, basically, I try to see at least once a week, maybe twice a week if possible, so I can just keep tabs on you and get you motivated and get you going. And, I wanted to share something from that. But yeah, it's if you really want to change your playing, why don't you fill that out and fill out the stuff to have a discovery call, and we can get together via Zoom and see if this is right for you. It's like a real Kickstarter for your playing. So I try to focus in on what you need and where your desire is, and then try to cut through the bull crap, and let's just get right down to the business. Let's get to the good stuff, And let me show you one of the good stuffs. I like to take the guys through stack force, so they know, stack force. It's so important. It's such a and you can harmonize any tune with stack force. They're really good. They're really good things. But as an arpeggio, they're hard to play. Boy, that's a movie theme, isn't it? Anyway, so what we do with that is we take the top note and we put it down an octave. And then, so we get a little line that looks like this. So here's the arpeggio when I play it like that. But we take the top note and put it down an octave, and we get this. Isn't that so if I have a D minor chord, D minor 7, doesn't that sound a little hipper? So all of those are in the key of F. So if let's say I have a there's the key of F. There's a G minor chord, right? It's just a little trick to make the line a little more happening, you know what I mean? And more playable. You might equate it like this. If this is a D minor 7 arpeggio, let's take the top note and put it down an octave. So we get in the key of F, I have D minor, I have A minor, I have G minor, right? All right, so. But when this phrase sounds a little hipper. minor. All right, I don't know. That's just something that, one of the things that we do sometimes with guys in the accelerator, just to get you exposed to something new idea and try to work around that. So, we got any? So, look at, if you're interested in the accelerator, give me a jingle or get on to the Accelerator website there, and it's just guitarcollege.com. Click on the accelerator and we'll go from there. Okay, well, any last minute things before we move on to the...
Not really. Ulf Stolen is here from Norway. What's up, buddy? He says Torgeir Stubo did use a Hagstrom jazz guitar. Did look like a Gibson Howard Roberts with a sound hole in the middle.
Greetings from Norway. Really like these guilds, like the X700 and X170. Yeah, X700, wonderful guitar. As well as the Artist Award, as well as the X500. And we're going to feature that next week. And
then Gary's just said he uses the Stack Force all the time for intros and when I get lost. And he took the course.
Yeah.
He's over in Italy.
Yes, Gary, thank you. Norway, boy, I have another student. I have a student over in Norway. Boy, I keep saying this. We got to get over there. That's where my family's from, Norway. Severson, there's Seversons, and there's Sever daughters too. Sever daughter. Severson, Sever daughter. I imagine there's John's son and John daughter. It's kind of a weird way. All right, well, look at you guys. Thanks for joining us. And please tell a friend. Please subscribe so you get notice. Tell a friend to join us, and we'll have a good time. Thank you again. If you guys don't show up, we won't either. So thank you for being here. And if you any questions about these guitars, you let me know. Ciao. See you guys later.